Another safety thing that can come in handy are a pair of earplugs. And once you open these earplugs, they're yours. So do not, make sure you throw the wrapper away. Do not put them back in any kind of container or anything like that. Tuck them in your ears, follow these little pictures on the packaging. They will help take some of the noise out of your head. Take the edge off. Usually I can still hear with them. But anyway, I'm gonna put those on because I'm gonna use a router, which is a rather loud device. And we have a couple of bits. It has a motor here, where I'm holding it upside down. You can see this is the cutting bit. It's a very dangerous part. I can take this off right now to change that bit, if I wanted to, with a couple of wrenches that are in the box here. And of course, it's unplugged. Loosen that up. Sometimes push it all the way to have it pop out. So this is just a, what is that, like 1/2 inch bit. I'm gonna put this is big enough. It's big. Profiling bit, I need a smaller one to get my one from home. A profiling bit on there. And I don't want to push it all the way down. I'm going to have it up a little bit. So it's not, the shank isn't touching the bottom. And I'll use the wrenches to tighten it snug. I'll put the base back on. And then I want to look at what the profile I want. And I want to bring this up to there. I can adjust it. If I only wanted that much, I could do that. And this ball bearing here is going to run along the edge. And I want to, once I got it to where I want it, I can lock it down here. Want to make sure that it's off. I want to make sure that I clamp this piece of wood down so it doesn't move around on me. And it's going to cut, generally, if you're cutting on the edge of something, left to right as you're facing it. If I'm back over here, it's going right to left, of course. Of course. So I'm going to plug it in and make sure that it was off. Make sure the cord's out of the way. I can rest that base on there. I don't want to have that bit touching. I'm going to turn this on. Again, nope. No long hair, anything hanging down that could get caught in that. You want to make sure that's not there. But I've cut, that gives me a nice even profile. And there's different shapes of that. You can get different kind of forms. I'm going to try that other one. And you can also put down a clamp. You can clamp a thing down to guide it if you're making a groove. So you get a nice straight line. We're going to put you might not take, you don't want to take a full bunch out of there because it'll jump around on you. I just want to shave a little bit. And again, I want to make sure that I'm not touching the wood yet. I have the blade away from the wood. That was just a freehand. You could do a lot of other things with it. You could put a fence down and cut. I think McGill, who had this piece of wood apparently. Anyway, so that's the router.